Hey, how's it going, everyone? Got a watch review for you this time around. Last time I did a watch review was quite some time ago. Actually, I haven't been wearing a watch before this one for wow, almost a year. Just got used to using my phone instead to tell the time, so I wasn't looking to get a watch at all. Was totally happy with just using the phone to check the time, and I think most people do that nowadays. Funny thing, I was talking to a friend, you can kind of tell a certain generation of a person because older people tend to use watches, and then you can see that younger crowd, they really don't. They usually tend to go towards using cell phones. So yeah, I was shopping one day, and let's see, actually I remember the day. It was October 30th, Saturday. I was at Costco buying candy to give out to kids for Halloween the next day, and was walking through Costco and I saw this watch, and I just walked up, read the box, and I really liked the features that this had, and so I thought I'd give it a shot. So this is the Casio model 810. Let me see if I can grab the box for you actually and show you what it looks like. It's this right here. The model is GW810D-1C and this is one of Casio's G-Shock line of watches. The cool thing I liked about this is, well, number one, it is water resistant to 200 meters. Basically, I will not use a watch that is not at least 100 meters water resistant, just because I'm pretty hard on my gear. I wear my watch when I'm in the shower, when I go swimming, when I go surfing, if I go diving, or if I'm cooking, so that's a big thing. Another thing is, when you have a watch that gets wet constantly and it is water resistant, eventually the battery is going to run out. And then when you take it to a watch maker or a watch repair person or a jeweler and have them replace the battery, what happens is when they unscrew the back plate and take it out to replace the battery, what happens is you remove the rubber seal, or you break that rubber seal that protects the watch's internals from water. And when you do that, what happens is you have to have the person do a resealing of the rubber gasket around there. Otherwise, it pretty much loses its water resistance. Doesn't mean it's going to fail automatically, but it is good that after they replace the battery, they replace the back plate and they check the seals. And any qualified watch repair person will have the equipment to check that. But that takes time, and it takes a little bit of extra money too. So that's one of the things that kind of turned me off to watches and had me go to using my phone, was because you pay this money for the watch, and then like every couple of years, depending on the watch, you have to replace the battery, and then you also pay for the extra service to check the water resistance. One thing that made me want to get this watch, however, is it is a solar watch. So this runs entirely on solar power. All this black perimeter right here that you see is actually the solar panel cell. So throughout the day, this is collecting light, whether from a fluorescent lamp, which I'm using, or actually this is a halogen lamp, or from normal daylight. And then it collects in the solar cell. And in addition to that, this has an atomic clock. And about a month ago, we had daylight savings time, and I can actually say that this watch works. This checks 6 times a day for an atomic signal, and it auto-corrects itself. So I've never had to correct this watch. It always keeps correct time. I think it's plus or minus 15 seconds within the correct time for each month, and that doesn't matter anyways, just because at some point during the day or during the evening it's going to auto-correct itself. So that's great. I never have to actually crack open the back panel to replace the battery. It's always going to recharge itself. So once you buy this watch, you'll never ever have to set it. You're never going to have to change the battery. You basically buy it, and then you just set it to the correct width, and then once it's done, that's it. That's your watch. You'll never have to think about maintenance for this thing again. Have really thin wrists, so I got it, and then the very next day took it to a watch person and had them adjust and take out the extra links so it can fit my tiny little girly wrists. This is the little stand that it came in on. Just wanted to show you that. And it came with this thick instruction manual. Actually, this is the English instructions. The rest are in Spanish and I believe French. But yeah, so all this is like the English instructions right here. And it has a ton of functions, actually. So I already said it checks the correct time 6 times a day. In addition to that, it is 200 meters water resistant, which means you can actually dive in this. Not just surf, but dive into this. It has world time, so you can have multiple time periods for I think you can have 6 different other world times, and it has the cities, the like 48 cities around the world to help you determine what times. You can set 5 different alarms, with one of them having a snooze, and you have countdown timer. And you can't really see this. I wonder if this camera can pick it up, but I pushed it right here. You get a blue backlight. In addition, you can have this have an automatic backlight, which I turned off. So basically, if you have this horizontal, and then this goes from horizontal to tilting up to 40 degrees, you can have it automatically have that motion turn on the backlight. I don't know why anyone would want that, but I turned it off. But you have that option, so you can turn that automatic backlight option on as well. What else is there? For the atomic time settings, looking at the back of the box here, it checks in several different locations. It checks either in Shangqi, China, Kyushu, Japan, Fukushima, Japan, Fort Collins, Colorado, Rugby in the UK, or Mainflingen, Germany. So those different locations. You can actually see which atomic time period, which atomic clock it is synced to by these little circles at the top right here. So in the top left you have Japan. In the middle right here, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's selected, that's the US, and then right here is Germany, and then all the way on the right is the UK. That is one of the things here that I will give as a hit. As you can see, you have the main face with the time, you have the date down here, December 5th, and this shows which country this is synced to. Now, I know I travel a lot, but I've never had trouble knowing what country I'm in. I would have rather had this as a display option where I would have to push a button to sync and find out. It would have been better used to use this space up here to tell you like what day of the week it is, rather than to show you what country this watch is synced to. But that's like pretty much the only hit I'll give this watch. I just think this part is a wasted space. Would have rather had it be a day of the week, or even just more solar panels so that this thing could charge faster. But that's pretty much the only hit I will give it. It's been pretty ergonomic. Actually, I don't usually like metal handled watches. I tend to like leather band watches because they look nice, or rubber handle watches because they're soft and also low maintenance. So I thought I wouldn't like this just because metal tends to be cold on the skin and also heavier. But I've actually gotten used to it, and now like I'll fall asleep with this thing on and not even know it. So I've come to like the metal handle watch. Plus, this is the first watch I've ever had with this adjustable types clasp where it just clasps on, and I've actually come to prefer this over the normal strap where I have to actually, you put your arm up against your body and you stick the strap through the hole, and then you put the little loop thing, and then you tie it on. With this thing, I just stick my hand through, snap it on, and then I forget about it. So I've actually come to like this mechanism for watches. Other than that, it's been really low maintenance. I've worn this all the time. I wear this when I'm cooking or whatever, and then if it gets dirty, I just hose it off. So it's been pretty good. The weight doesn't really bother me. I wear it and I just forget I have it on, so wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It is a little bit cold if I have this watch off and then in the morning when I put it on, but then after a couple minutes, body heat just becomes fine. In addition to the date and time, on the right hand side here, I don't know if you can see it, you'll see this little bar basically that shows you where the batteries charge, and all you see is high, medium, and low. Now on a full charge, if you put this on full charge and then have no other exposure to light, this battery will last 9 months, which is awesome. Now I'm pretty cynical about when manufacturers list battery life, so I tend to just take it to be half that or even a fourth of that. So if this is even 2 months on a full battery charge, that's great, because this is going to be subject to light anyways, just because as human beings we need light to see, so this is going to be subject to light. Just wear it, pull up your sleeve so this can catch a little bit of light. Sunlight is better, but it'll deal well with fluorescent light anyways. As you can see by this little bar, it's on the medium setting. I'm guessing it'll probably be on the medium setting most of the time, unless you're outdoors a whole lot, unless it gets a ton of sun exposure. It will wear faster if you keep using the backlight, but it should be fine. Another thing that I want to talk about is the price. The 810D G-Shock, I looked it up, and on Amazon it was running for about 85 bucks, which I think is a fair price for what you're getting with free shipping. But at Costco, and I mentioned that I bought this about a month ago, it was retailing for about $60. There were a ton of these in stock as well. So for $60 plus tax, you're going to pay probably about $65, $66. for a watch that is waterproof to 200 meters. You'll never have to set it. You'll never have to change the battery. It's comfortable. It's tough. And I mean, it's not as stylish as a clock with a hand face, but from far away, this metal band is quite attractive. So I mean, I really like the looks of this. $60 is a steal. I really like it. I think it's an awesome value for the different capabilities you get in this watch. So it's a great bang for your buck watch. So if you guys are looking for a watch, I really highly recommend this model. If you guys are kind of put off by that little face thing, I don't think you should. There is one model that is a little bit newer. So there's the 900. So there's the 810. There's the 900. The 900 fixes that one gripe I have. So instead of this little little display showing what it's set to, the new version actually does have the day of the week. And instead of 9 months, the new version will last 10 months, so 1 extra month. And that goes for about, I think, $90 on Amazon.com. So if you guys really want that, go ahead and check out the 900. But for $60, so that's like 50% more for the 900. But for sorry guys, battery ran out. Yeah, I was talking about how there is the newer model, the 900, the Casio Solar Atomic G-Shock, and the 900 has basically just a day of the week display instead of this time display of what tower it's synced to, and it also has 10 months of battery life instead of 9 months on a full charge. So, and that's $90 on Amazon.com. But other than that, I think this is still a great watch. I'm not going to run out and go get the newest model just so that I can have this little display changed, and the extra month doesn't make a difference. But for $60, I think this is an awesome deal in terms of the different functions and the capability that you get, and it's just pretty cool looking. So yeah, I think they're still at Costco. They were there last week when I was shopping around, so just go hit them up if you have the chance, if you like what you see here. Otherwise, if you don't see them and you still want this watch, you can always get it at Amazon for just a little bit more. So that's my review of the Casio G-Shock Solar Atomic watch. Serial number is GW810D-1COS. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.